Hello everyone, IMS welcomes you all to this webinar series called Future You, Set Your Career Compass Right with Experts Insight. And I'm Kalyani, your host for today's webinar. So we are continuing on the series with careers in marketing. And of course, the past 3 episodes, we've been covering a lot about different aspects in marketing. And today we will be talking about digital marketing. But before we start and before I introduce our wonderful speaker, here's some fun facts you may or may not know about digital marketing. And for those people, it could also be very useful if you have a blog, or for that matter, even if you are thinking of improving your traffic on social media. You can keep your pen and paper ready, because I'm going to give you 4 very useful as well as fun facts in digital marketing. So did you know that the average consumer attention span is 8 seconds? So you need to make your content count for those 8 seconds. What can you really do right there so that you grab someone's attention for those 8 seconds? Think about it next time when you are blogging. Well, second, infographics. Well, infographics are liked and shared on social media 3 times more than other types of content. Well, and then third, those people who are probably thinking about, okay, I have written a wonderful article, but it's okay about using some random image. Please think again. Content with relevant imagery gets around 94% more views. How about that? And fourth and last point, titles with 6 to 13 words attract the highest and most consistent amount of traffic. So think about those. Think about your heading next time when you're putting up a blog right there. Well, these were those 4 wonderful fun facts about digital marketing. And now let's get to the topic of the discussion today, which is basically digital marketer. How to be, where to go, what to do. And we have a wonderful speaker with us today. He is Bhumish Sheth. He's a senior marketing manager, Clairvoyant LLC. He has completed his MBA from MICA, and he has 7+ years of work experience as a digital marketer. From e-commerce marketing to B2B marketing, he has been part of a wide spectrum of activities pertaining to digital marketing. He has worked with brands such as Raymond, Startup India, Orderhive, and so on. Bhumish Sheth, thank you so much for taking your time and being here today. Let's start with your career trajectory.
Let me just start by telling that, I've done, since my MBA from MICA, I started having a lot of different when you get into MICA, you have quite a few career options, but all of those belong to really marketing as a domain. Now, post that, you need to start thinking which of these domains that you want to get into. What is it that really you feel is your aspiration? Where do you want to go? And I had shortlisted myself to 2 domains, that is market research and digital marketing. And I found out that digital marketing is something that is a field of growth, and that is why I opted for digital marketing. The journey started with Raymond. I did an internship there. They asked me to formulate a sort of a mobile marketing strategy for them, whether they should go with an e-commerce app or they should have an e-commerce portal. How should they define their mobile marketing strategy? Then I moved on to a different domain, a very different domain altogether. After Raymond, I came back to Ahmedabad, started my own career. I actually being at Raymond, I used to work on helping Raymond grow their sales online, maybe using Amazon or Flipkart or any other such portals, or maybe using different companies such as the Amazon subsidiary that we have. But after that, I wanted to come back home. I wanted to see in Ahmedabad if there are enough people around who actually are small businesses but are not able to capitalize on digital as a domain. I wanted that was the aim that I wanted to fulfill, and hence I started my own organization. It did not work out, but then I came back to B2B digital marketing, did a lot of stuff there, worked with a lot of companies, understood what is their aim, what are the agendas that they have, and how digital marketing is not just Facebook or Google or just LinkedIn. It is much more wider. It is much more stronger. And with the situation that we are in right now, coronavirus really taking up a lot of our energies. Digital marketing is the thing that is going to stay here for a very long period of time. So,
Definitely. Yeah.
This is the reason I felt that, no matter what happens, I know for sure that digital marketing is something that is on a growth trajectory, and that is something that I want to stay associated with.
Can you now start? Can you tell us a little bit more about, say, let's take it as in part by part, as in your role at Raymond, a little bit more in detail, and then in Startup India,
Sure.
and then you can bring us to your present job, which is basically with Clairvoyant LLC, and as a senior marketing manager, so that our attendees can also understand like the step by step, like the things that you did and how you reached where you are today.
So when I started off at Raymond, the role was of an e-commerce digital marketer.
Okay.
Now, the point of being an e-commerce digital marketer is to identify opportunities on e-commerce platforms via improving sales via e-commerce platforms and improving sales via your own website. So both of them were under my radar at that point. I had to make sure that I'm selling Raymond clothes enough using Amazon, Flipkart as a portal. So how to advertise, what are the PPC campaigns that I can do over there, what are the kind of banner advertisements we can put up there, and there is another angle to it, which is the website. So now what kind of website, how do we make sure that our products are visible at least when our brand is being recalled on Google. So that was the first part of my journey, where I was to make sure that e-commerce as a domain is accepted at Raymond. First of all, Raymond being a very traditional organization, had not explored these mediums such as digital or any other influencer marketing and stuff like that. So they had never really explored that before. But with the top management changing and the mindset changing, they actually wanted to start exploring these newer kind of ideas and attract the newer kind of audience. So the first challenge over there was to define Raymond as a brand, not for the elderly or the 40 plus, but also bring it down to the people of the target audience, 25 plus, or maybe nearing 30 or something like that. That was the first task. And then advertising in such a manner that all of this gets represented on all the mediums wherever we are selling, including Amazon, Flipkart, Shopclues, Paytm. We used to sell on all of these. And you wouldn't believe, but Raymond's maximum sale at that time used to come from Paytm, which generically is not really a brand synergy, but then that's how it used to be. Now they have their own website called raymondnext.com. We used to work on that website, deciding what kind of website would suit and all of that. From this, an idea came to my mind. I wanted to utilize this. So I understood this medium completely. What is Amazon? What are PPC clicks on Amazon? How do you utilize that to your best? And I wanted smaller sellers in Ahmedabad who are still very, very traditional and very, very rigid with their thought process. I wanted to help them. I wanted to help them achieve their goals using digital as a medium.
Right.
Again, the problem there is they have a limited inventory. And that inventory needs to be distributed among online sales and offline sales. So they were to make sure that online sales is very relevant and it is not disturbing their offline sales. So there again, we had different kind of challenges, smaller sellers not being able to purchase too much of inventory and stuff like that. owing to personal reasons, I left that, and then I moved on to a B2B venture, which was again an inventory management software. There I started handling the digital marketing of Orderhive. Orderhive was to make sure, or with Orderhive, I had to make sure that there are enough number of leads generated that all the e-commerce sellers who want to sell on multiple platforms can use our software. So I had to find these people from the market, bring them to the website, and then get them to sign up. So that was my role as marketing manager there. Again, similar kind of a role over here at Clairvoyant. Our company sells digital data solutions. So we have to make sure that I find out people searching for digital data solutions in the market, bring them to the website, get them to talk to us, and that's how the circle moves on.
So we were talking about this yesterday as well, while we were deciding on the entire, what are the kind of things, what are the kind of issues that the attendees would like to know about digital marketing. So you said something about B2B and B2C in digital marketing. So can you get into that? Can you talk a little bit about that?
Okay.
As in how different it is. Of course, our attendees, if they have attended any of our last sessions, they would know what is the difference in these two. But then again, in digital marketing, how different is it? Like content-wise, or even and from other aspects.
Okay, so let me tell you this. Majority, let's just not think of digital marketing as digital marketing. Let's first think of digital marketing as a form of marketing. Right. Now, when you see B2C products, most of them are sold on emotions.
Right.
You would buy a Raymond shirt because it has an ad called Feels Like Raymond, or it has an ad called The Complete Man, the banner called Complete Man.
Yes.
Most B2C products are actually sold on emotion. And the difference is most B2B products are actually sold on strategic decisions or rational thinking. It has nothing to do with emotions at most times. There's one emotion, of course, the trust emotion that sort of is common between.
Yes.
But otherwise, B2B products are very rationally decided. B2C products are very emotionally decided. Now, whenever you think of yourself as a marketer, you go for a B2C product, you need to bring that personal touch for your consumer. You need to show that, okay, doing this is the kind of self-respect or happiness or inner happiness is what you will be able to achieve. Okay, right. So if you were to think of it in terms of the Maslow's hierarchy, B2C falls in the self-actualization part of the pyramid. I know it might be a little difficult for people to comprehend, but think of it this way: B2C products are to make you happy, are to make you feel something better than what you were yesterday. Whereas B2B products are to bring you some more money. They need to show some return on investment. They need to show that, yes, this is how your company would be benefited. Second, for B2C products, the decision maker is probably one or two entities. If it is a child product, the mother decision maker. Whereas in B2B products, generally what I've seen is there is a group of people who are going to decide. Hence, we need to look at the perspectives of each one of them. So whenever they plan to buy a very expensive software, the CEO, the CMO, the CTO, all of them are going to be involved.
Right, okay.
Hence, whenever you go and pitch your content to them, it should stay relevant to the CTO, it should stay relevant to the CMO, it should stay relevant to the CEO also.
Okay.
This is majorly the difference that, digital marketing gives you opportunities to do both of these. What is it that you want to do is up to you.
So, what are the major roles and potential career paths in digital marketing? Something that I'm sure our attendees would really like to know about.
So, of course, e-commerce manager is one of the roles. E-commerce manager is one of the hot favorite roles whenever you go to any brand that you want to work with.
Okay.
The second is category owners. Now, category owners actually are owners of a certain category on a certain website. Let's say I'm responsible for sales of books on Amazon. Then I'm the category owner on Amazon. Category owner of books on Amazon. The third is, of course, marketing manager for companies which sell only softwares, and which is a huge market these days. So the companies sell only only software. They have this role called marketing manager or a digital marketing manager, which again is a very interesting role. It has a lot more potential, in terms of the exploration of digital field that you want to do. With e-commerce manager, the only thing is your advertising or your content preparation or your social media or all the initiatives are targeted to invoking or provoking that emotion in people by which they are interested in buying. With the B2B skills, there would of course be an angle of, you start exploring it in different ways. You start exploring one software from different angles. So for a CTO, that software might be solving a different problem. For a CMO, that software might be solving a different problem. So of course, these are majorly from here the roles divert. Within that, there are many other roles, like SEO expert or SEO executive or just paid marketing expert. And then there comes another role which sort of works behind all of this, which is customer relationship manager, where you start thinking, okay, I have these many set of people who have communicated with me on one-to-one basis sometime in my life.
Right.
How do I talk to them now and sell my product? How can I keep with them and sell my product? So that also is in a lot of demand. You could do certifications from Salesforce and stuff, which sort of helps you become a CRM manager.
So what are the skills and certifications needed for digital marketing? Those who have no experience in marketing, or for that matter, anything to do with digital marketing?
See, first of all, certifications, I'm in favor of certifications, but I would recommend start thinking in two ways. One, become a storyteller. Two, start, you are a storyteller who wants to sell something. So you are a storyteller and a salesman. Think of it this way. You are a storyteller and a salesman. If you are able to achieve any of these two, and a balance of these two is the best, of course. So there would be certifications where you would learn how to tell a story. What kind of social media post can I make? What kind of search engine content can I write? What kind of meta titles can I write, and stuff like that. And then there will be a salesy kind of another set of certifications, like what kind of SEO can I do? Let's just say, what kind of products can I find? What kind of products should I sell, and stuff like that. So there are multiple certifications. Let's just start with e-commerce certifications. If you were to do an e-commerce certification, there are a lot of Amazon related courses, and not just Amazon they help you sell on Amazon.com. Second, there is a drop shipping certification that you can do. Again, drop shipping is a very upcoming and new field that you should be interested in. If you're interested in becoming a CRM engineer or a CRM marketer, you should be doing a HubSpot certification for inbound marketing. For digital marketing, SEO related activities, you can do Google certification. Google certification, of course, there are many other sites which sort of give you the answers directly. So, nowadays people don't really pay attention to your Google certification. But that's what I'm telling you. See, I currently do not, I had a certification when I did a certification, Google certification, when I was at college. But one thing I've understood is the industry does not need your certification. It is a validation for yourself.
Correct.
The industry needs whether you understand how to sell product and how to tell a story around this product. The moment you are able to tell the story around this product and sell it along with it, you do not need certification. You will learn everything on the roll. You will learn everything while staying with the organization.
What is the
So
validity? What is the validity of Google certification?
Google certifications, when I did it,
Yeah.
they were valid for 1 year.
Okay. Okay.
At that time, they were valid for 1 year. I'll check it again if you want.
Hmm.
But that's what I'm telling you. See, whenever I'm selecting my team, I'm not the kind of person who would go and select people who have Google certification. I
Yeah.
want to select people, and the industry wants to select people who have this understanding of marketing as a whole,
Hmm.
and then storytelling and selling as a whole. Yeah.
So, can you also talk a little bit, since we are anyway talking about like back and forth, we are going to what the future is going to be for digital marketing. You were already talking about it. So, there is a question as well on that. So, can you discuss a little bit on the future of digital marketing and will it be automated soon? It is kind of in the process, and how to be on the safe side and how to be updated on trends
I'll
and
give
to
you
be
one
on
link
the
here.
and to be on the safe side. Probably with COVID-19, everybody wants to be on the safe side. Yeah.
There are many sites that are offering a lot to learn on digital marketing. My suggestion is a small brand around you. Tell them that you want to advertise them on some online platform. You will write content for them. You will advertise for them on Facebook. I know that's a minimal investment.
Yeah. Yeah.
I remember that there are courses worth 1 lakh plus on upgrad, which sort of just teach you digital marketing. But in that 1 lakh, if you actually do it on your own, amount of knowledge that you will get when you actually apply it on your own.
Mm-hmm.
Think about it this way. Tell this brand that I will help you sell. I will do the listings on Amazon. I will understand what kind of listing I want to do. I will write the content for you. I'll prepare a medium site where I will write the content for you.
Hmm.
I will understand what kind of consumer are you getting, what kind of visitors are you getting, and I will bring the traffic back to you.
Mm.
All you have to do is send that product to the person who is purchasing it. That's it. I will make sure that all of this is happening. And I assure you, if you have the curiosity to learn, the moment you start doing this, for stock market also, there are many courses that are available that you can learn stock market, what is P by E ratio and stuff like that. But until you do not get your hands dirty, it is very difficult to learn digital marketing. So this is what I want to tell all the students there. Stop thinking of the shorter route that okay, I'll learn this course and I'll become a digital marketer. Try that course on your own. Take if you want to take a shorter course, a smaller course, probably from Udemy or something, a very small course, some very basics. Go there, practice it yourself, and you will learn much better. And the the thing that I want you to learn out of this is how to analyze the data that is reaching you. So Facebook, after your ad is run, actually sends you data that okay, this many impressions were created, this many were happened, this many people interacted with your ad and stuff like that. Learn how to understand these tools. Google has a tremendous analytics tool, but until and unless you do not understand the depth of what they are trying to tell you, it is not going to make sense to you. Hence, give it a hands-on try. Give it a complete hands-on try. Make a website, make a medium website if you want, and write content. See what kind of audience is Google bringing to your website and stuff like that. The future is bright. I'm telling you, the future is definitely bright. Think about it this way. See, work from home is becoming a norm these days, right? Everybody is working from home. Everybody is trying to, cope up with all of this coronavirus situation and stuff.
Correct. Yeah.
At this point, people are still purchasing products. People are still going and purchasing products, but if I haven't in last 2 months I haven't actually made a purchase offline. I actually purchase everything online, or even if I'm purchasing offline, I'm actually paying online, which logically means people are still purchasing. All you need to do is tell your story rightly and convince these people to buy your product. That's it. So the future is tremendously bright. The world is moving to a new normal. And this new normal is going to have work from home capabilities for everybody. TCS has announced. I think Google has also announced.
I think
My
even
company.
Capgemini has announced, and so many other, big companies have announced.
Yes. So definitely, all you need to think is, can you show the customer a bigger picture? Can you convince him to buy your product? And that is it. You are a good marketer. You will be able to do it digitally. That's absolutely good.
Somebody has asked, what made Micah select you? As in, was there were you having a very good profile as in your work experience, and is that very important for you to get selected to Micah?
So Micah needs two things from you: an open mindset and a rational thinking process. See, I applied for Micah 3 times. I got rejected 2 times, and the third time I was selected. And I'll tell you, in my second interview, um, I was almost. Let me just say, I was almost tortured at that interview because uh, I was not a rational person. I agree to it that I was not a rational person. My understanding of rationality was very minimal. I was a very a good student at when I did my engineering. I also scored well at my work experience training sessions and all of that. So I always used to think that, oh, I'm a hero. I don't need people like me. Okay. But that interview shook me to my core. Okay. It made me realize that I'm not a rational person. Okay. But next year, so this year when I got rejected, it was 2012. I started telling myself that, okay, let me make myself a better human being. Let me make myself a rational human being. And that is what they saw the next time and selected me. So of course I had work experience by then. 2 years of 2 years of experience. They asked a lot of questions. I saw this another question. What kind of questions do they ask? So I tell you, in 2012, my entire interview was about a biscuit. I was the first guy to get interviewed that day. They had just got breakfast. In breakfast, they had got these cream biscuits. If you know, they offered me. I picked up a biscuit without really thinking. Why am I picking that biscuit? And then they asked me, why did you pick this biscuit specifically? I said, maybe it looked good. I'm assuming it will taste good. Then they started questioning me on the biscuit for the entire interview. They asked me only about the biscuit. They wanted to understand my rational thought process, that am I actually thinking before picking up the biscuit?
Right.
Then they ask questions to you like, what are your likes and dislikes? Actually, people who have filled the Micah form would know. They ask you questions like, what are your likes and dislikes?
Right.
Now, politically speaking, I'm a little right-winging human being, so I'd written in my likes Narendra Modi. Now they questioned me on Narendra Modi, and I did not have facts. I had some hearsay from people, and then that's where again I was trapped. So logically thinking, my likes and dislikes were something that I could not answer upon. And how can they be my likes and dislikes if I cannot answer them? I cannot justify them. Hence, that this is the mindset that they need. One, you need to be very rational. Two, you need to be an open thinker. You need an open mindset.
Right.
Stop thinking that you know everything, or stop thinking that it is going to be. Stop thinking that whatever you know is right.
Tell us about a day in your life as a digital marketer. As in, how is it? Like, now if you are a digital marketer, what is it throughout the day, step by step?
First of all, I have a team of 7 people. So early morning, we have a scrum call around 10:30, 11. We have our scrum call. We start discussing what are the activities we are going to do in the day. First is we start discussing what is the content we are going to write. And for this content, we start discussing what is the target audience, what are the kind of keywords that target audience would search, and what is the kind of content we should be writing to actually bring that target audience or answer the questions that target audience has. Then we go towards our SEO capabilities, that okay, is our website correct? Is our website really all right? Are there some SEO capabilities that we could add? I then move on to reviewing the content that they might have written previously. Then I move on to a lot of CRM related activities such as the leads that got generated, the kind of what is the consumer profile altogether that we are getting during this time, and can we actually create advertisements for this consumer profile? If this consumer profile is actually going in a different direction, can we actually create an advertisement for them? So we have that kind of discussions all during the day. And then eventually there's this reporting part at the end of the day where I'm supposed to tell my superiors, the CEOs and the CTOs of the organization, I'm supposed to tell them what are the activities that were done, what are the results we felt we achieved during the last week or so, and stuff like that. So there is an entire cycle. First is deciding that this would work, doing this, and then reporting it to the superiors that okay, this activities produce this kind of result.
If one has a background in marketing management, copywriting, web development, or even design, she or he will already possess plenty of those skills that can be transferred, right, to get into digital marketing. So how does one find the right role in digital marketing? Like, does it even help, like, if someone is more, say, technically inclined, should they specialize in technologies like SEO and SEM, or should get into, how do you decide basically, which one would be the right role for that person?
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that the people who have come here are actually aspiring for an MBA.
Yes.
Now,
Yeah.
this MBA, most of these people would be aspiring for a managerial role and not just an executive role or something. Hence, these skills are useful. But more than these skills, what is useful is your capability of looking at the bigger picture.
Right.
See, when you're doing just SEO, you think of just SEO, that okay, these are the number of keywords I should have, this is the amount of keyword density should I have, this is the H1 that I should write, this is the meta title I should write. When you're doing only social media, you think of only social media, that okay, these are the number of impressions I would create, this is the number of clicks I'll get, this is the number of likes I get. But on a whole, what picture is all these? I just listed down two activities in silos, but on a whole, what are these two silo activities really bringing in?
Right.
That is a manager's role. Of course, these activities help, but what you need to cultivate is a mindset which is more than just these two activities. Okay, so you do SEO, you do social media, you learn both of these hands-on, so that whenever you have your own team, you can teach them. That will help us get good traffic on social media. And these are the SEO activities. Eventual aim is to get leads or to get sales or to get enough amount of traffic on the website or stuff like that. So that's the bigger picture you should be able to understand. These skills help, but then what you need to cultivate about it is your thought process of a wider picture.
Please share your experience when you pitch your client for the first time, how it went and what lessons you learned from that experience. Maybe one or two you can share.
When I actually went to pitch Beardo, this is the problem, and this is the problem with the world and with me also. I understand that. Okay, you go and pitch whatever you want to pitch, whatever you are good at.
Right.
The question is, does the listener really want to listen to what you're pitching? Does the listener really want to understand what you are pitching? He has his own problem. He has problems of his own. He wants them to be solved. So first and foremost thing that I've understood in all my pitching is learn the problem of the consumer, learn the problem of the person you're pitching to, and then tell your story in such a manner that your services are included as a part of the story, and you'll definitely be bought. So this is one of the biggest learnings I learned the harder way. I went and pitched so many offline sellers, and they threw me out of their shops and stuff like that. But I understood this the harder way, that until you haven't understood what problem that person is facing, you will not be able to give them a solution they want. Even with the content that you write, first understand the problem of the target audience, then write the content. Don't just write content for the sake of writing content. There are a lot of content writers in the world who write content for the sake of writing content. try writing content because you're solving some problem.
Right. How digital marketing will progress with artificial intelligence and data science?
So
Yeah.
yes, I think I also missed the question on automation.
Yes.
Um, See, one of the most basic form of automation is email automation or advertising automation. Now, the roles in digital marketing are going to stay even with automation, and I'll tell you why. Um, okay, let's just understand this philosophically. Okay, in terms of the theory of it, let's just understand email automation for a moment. Okay, let's say a person came to your social media post, started interacting with you. You took their email ID, and now you have created an email chain that needs to be sent to a lot of people over a period of time.
Right.
What happens is this chain would not send until a person mindset of consumer. So let's say somebody came to an IMS website searching for a cat course.
Right.
Now you want to send them so many emails for the cat course that they recognize that okay, IMS is the right resource for right company that I should get associated with for my cat course. Now that would happen. That would be done by a person, and hence, though no matter of how much automation is there in the world, there is somebody who is controlling these automations, and that would not happen. That would not really kill the jobs in the digital marketing sector. Data science, in fact, it is helping us. Data science is helping us learn who is the correct target audience, what is the problem of that correct target audience, and how can we solve this problem of correct target audience. For an example, a person is coming to the website and not going to the contact us page. This logically means that the website homepage is actually not solving the problem. Now you need data science to really tell you what that problem is and how can it be solved. The moment you write that kind of content, the person will contact you. Right. And hence, data science is helping. It is not killing jobs. It is definitely not killing jobs.
So someone is asking, is it necessary for a digital marketer in the future to master data science and data analytics skills as well? So, yeah.
Yes, it is. Undoubtedly, it is. If you cannot read data, if you cannot understand something out of data, the data is there. If you cannot understand from it, it is your mistake rather than the data provider's mistake, right? You need to read that data, you need to understand that data, and you need to crack insights out of that data. So yes, understanding, though it is not very, very depth understanding, you don't need to go and understand what is Hadoop or what is distributed file system. You just need to understand what is the data trying to show you. And have the capability to accept that yes, the data is showing me something I need to improve upon.
Which are the different courses that are available on digital marketing that one can do probably while they're sitting in lockdown? Yeah, just like online courses, free courses, which can probably help them to get future ready for digital marketing. Yeah.
See, there, as I told you, there is a course by Google. There is a very tremendous amount of course by Google. Try doing that. There is a HubSpot course on inbound marketing, inbound digital marketing. Do that. These are two very free courses you can do. You will also get certifications around this. And both of these courses are very useful because they teach you how digital marketing fits into the larger gamut of marketing, really.
It's a very interesting question. On a weighing balance, if you put sales and marketing on one side and digital marketing on another, which will go down more in the upcoming future, or which one will be weighing more? So basically, which one has a brighter future is what I mean. Yeah, how and the thing is, like, also, I would also like to ask along with this question, if somebody already has a sales and marketing, like in traditional marketing, if someone already has an experience, like maybe a few years of experience, will that help for that person to when they jump to on the digital marketing bandwagon? Will it help them? So yeah, two questions together. Which one, weighing and that?
So if you were to weigh digital marketing versus sales and marketing, that does not seem to be really the right comparison to do. I would recommend rather rather evaluate digital marketing against the course like HR or finance or stuff like that. Because digital marketing is again a part of marketing altogether. It is not really something very separate. So, but still, for hypothetical purposes, if you were to see sales and marketing versus digital marketing on a field on a weighing machine of number of jobs to be created, digital marketing is way heavier. The number of jobs that you will get with digital marketing are tremendous. With sales and marketing, especially offline sales and marketing, is going to be a little difficult because the new normal, again the new normal, of course. But then one thing that digital marketing brings into picture, which traditional marketing does not, is the correct measurability of something. Your ad, how many impressions it created, how many clicks it got, and all of that is something you will get in digital marketing. But with traditional marketing, the problem is you put up a banner, you put up a hoarding, or you ran a TVC.
Right.
It will give you the TRP, but then that TRP is not really indicative of how many people actually became aware of your brand, or how many people actually would interact with your brand and stuff like that. So measurability is something that digital marketing is bringing into picture, and that is why a lot of companies are moving digital, more and more digital, and innovating in digital. There are hundreds of innovations that are happening with digital marketing as the medium.
The second question was basically more to do with, like, if somebody, you've kind of answered that as well, as in, if someone is already in traditional marketing, as in has been working in traditional marketing for the past 4 or 5 years, and is now obviously has seen like, okay, digital marketing would be a very smart move and a good career shift. Is it a smooth career shift for them, or do they have to do some more courses, more online? I mean, what is it? I mean, how exactly are those people? What do you think should be your suggestion for those people who would like to have like a career shift from, not exactly a career shift, more like from the medium? The medium will change obviously from traditional to digital.
My suggestion to those people who have worked in traditional marketing, add digital marketing to your career of arrows. Okay, don't just shift to a digital marketing. Rather, take a step up. Use traditional and digital together to build a platform for yourself and become a marketing manager.
Okay. So this person, she's a BCom graduate, and she's asking if she can, I mean, how important it is to be technically advanced for becoming a digital marketer, because since she's from BCom background, what to do?
So from a BCom background to digital marketing, right? That's the question.
Yeah.
It's simple. Go ahead, start learning. Go ahead, start selling. BCom is not really an examination showing your potential. There are many other exams which are going to show your potential. So consider this as one of the steps. Now go into the market, start learning what is marketing, start learning what are your mediums of digital marketing, and start learning courses around these mediums of digital marketing, and you would definitely, so either get an MBA, go through CAT, make sure you crack CAT, go to a very good B school, and learn the concepts of marketing hands-on, or take a little bit of time from your life right now, go to a business, start learning that business to the core, start understanding how you can market that business, and then look at questions like what kind of digital marketing can be done there.
So if there's a question, if one has experience working in family business, will that be considered in the, I think this is more to do with the B school, MICA.
Yes,
will that be considered in the colleges or companies if we show that knowledge that we have as an experience?
Absolutely, it will be considered if you have contributed enough, if you have contributed good, if you have contributed something that is very fruitful for the organization. it will definitely be considered. So stop thinking that is it because of because I was in family business, can I tell that or not? Don't worry about all of that. It is definitely available, and it is definitely usable.
The next question is okay, a lot of funny questions as well. Okay, somebody has asked ROI of Mica, how to take care of the loan. Yeah, I always like to pick up one or two of such questions towards the end. Yes, yeah, it's a question.
I also took a loan. I studied on a loan, so I know for sure that it is heavy. It is tough. There were times when I wanted to buy a four-wheeler. I sort of uh, held back my desires to purchase a four-wheeler because I wanted to pay off my loan first. And that's what I did since I graduated. The first things I wanted to do was pay off my loan, no matter what the condition is. It takes time, but then see, if you look at it, most good B schools have this kind of loan structure, except FMS. Of course, FMS is very
Yes, yeah.
less expensive. But other than that, most B schools are going to have this. Mica actually has an average package of somewhere around 15 lakhs right now. So if you look at it, maybe within a span of, so they actually give you a span of 7 years to finish a loan, but I am sure most of my batchmates have finished it within 3 to 4 years. Most of my batchmates. So I know for sure that if you look at a longer run, if you're interested in marketing and advertising as a career, there's a cult going on in advertising agencies for Micans. Micans actually have a cult there. So if you're looking at a career in advertising, Mica is the best place you could go to. If you're looking at a career in marketing, it is a tremendous place you can go to. So stop, of course, there initially you might feel that, oh, there is no ROI and stuff like that. But on a longer run, when you think, you will be doing something that you are satisfied doing, and you would still be earning heavy around this. So you would not be frustrated with your job that, oh, I'm doing this that I'm not happy about and all of that. You would be innovating every day. You would be doing you would be doing so many creative things every day that you will stop thinking that, whether there was an ROI or not. I used to think the same questions. I used to have the same questions before getting into Mica. But once I got into it, I realized that, our placement officer used to tell that, there will be a time. Right now, I know you're thinking that, you get the best job and all of that, but there will be a time when you stop thinking at the right side of the menu. Stop looking at the right side of the menu. And when you do that, think that you have achieved whatever you set to achieve.
What if someone would like to become a social influencer? How and
Yes.
how can digital marketing and how a particular maybe a digital marketer will that person be a better social influencer with a course in digital marketing? Yeah, it's
Okay.
like a two-pronged question. Yeah.
Influencers are really people who can. So influencer are basically the people who are product themselves. I'll not use that term. I'm not objectifying anybody, but basically it is their sense of communication, or it is their capability to talk something which convinces people, is what they are selling online.
Right.
So influencers are basically people who can convince who can convince people to purchase a certain brand.
Right.
It's a very interesting field to get into. If you're and you can actually, you are not dependent on any company after that. Once you become an influencer, you are an influencer.
Okay.
And not just TikTok influencer. Of course, somebody wrote that, how about becoming a TikTok influencer? Not just TikTok. TikTok is one of them. Of course, you can become a TikTok influencer. You can become a LinkedIn influencer. You can become a Facebook, Instagram influencer, and stuff like that. It's a very interesting job because you're not dependent on a company. You still get paid heavily because people are actually spending to watch what you think about stuff, what you have to tell about stuff. The moment people start accepting you as as their role model, you're going to earn very heavy amount of business from the world. I used to give this example for people who are thinking of becoming an influencer. Lux soaps are not sold because their ad was visible on Setmax or Z Cinema or anything. Lux soaps were sold because Shah Rukh Khan would come and sell and tell that, look, buying Lux, I can look whatever I'm the handsome that I'm looking. Similarly, the world is moving towards micro influencer. Within a group of 6 people, if there is one person who can convince the other 5 that, look, this soap or this cream is something that is going to help you a lot, people will accept it and people will buy it and stuff like that. And that is the model many companies are exploring.
Someone is asking a question that is connected to that weighing question. Okay. Basically, now compare digital marketing to HR or finance.
I would ask you these questions, okay? So to the question, to the person who has asked this question, ask back. Are you interested in doing something creative every single day? Doing something even more creative every single day. Yesterday was creative. Today has to be even more creative than yesterday. If you're interested in doing that, digital marketing weighs very heavy for you. You need to get into digital marketing. If you are interested in crunching numbers and bringing out, deciding the financial policies of the organization, where to spend and stuff like that, or if you're interested in bringing out policies for betterment of human resources, but my understanding of those courses is very fundamental, and I would say that I used to feel that those courses are or the work of such courses are a little mundane. So you end up doing the same activity every year. The recruitment process does not change it is not extremely dynamic, whereas marketing is supremely dynamic. Okay. HR is not that dynamic. Financial models are not too dynamic. Whereas marketing, because the industry is so dynamic, because the world is so dynamic, people's attention span, as you mentioned, is reducing. Yeah. Marketing is the field which is dynamic and is going to present you challenges every day. If you're interested in solving those challenges every single day, marketing is the field you want to get into.
Very interesting question. I have been doing SMM from last few months. People are more attracted towards quirky and fun related posts. How to develop that quirkiness in oneself?
Let's say a guy X, he was bullied at his college. Okay, he was being picked at. He was made fun of. But what did that guy really do out of this? He learned how to pick on other guys maybe next time. I know this is a very bad advice to give.
Yeah.
But from the comments that were passed on you, what did you do? You learned. So from the brands that advertise quirkiness, what you do is you learn. You learn out of this quirkiness. And that is why what you do is you keep on searching for quirky campaigns. You keep on searching for different campaigns that were around extreme fun. You will cultivate it. It's not something that is impossible to cultivate. You might not practice it in day-to-day life. That's a different thing. You might not become a quirky human being altogether. Advertising can become quirky for sure.
Bring only one thing like SEO or learn everything.
To get into a B school, yes, but always remember, to get into a B school also, you will have to think of a bigger picture. You will have to show them that you're capable of thinking of a bigger picture. Until you're not able to show that, for them you are just some person who used to do SEO at a certain point of time. So understand that one skill is a part of the skill set that you want to gather. Tell them that, look, I have one skill and I've gathered it on my own. But how will I get the other skills? I'm here to learn.
Throw some light on personal branding. How to do it?
The world needs knowledge. Okay, one thing that the world continuously needs is knowledge. Okay, there are many other things also that world needs, but continuously there's always a need for knowledge. If you have it, or if you gain it from somewhere, please make sure that you are giving it to people. Make sure that you are selling it to people. Make sure you're teaching it to people. Become a teacher, become a teller, become a storyteller, teach it in such a manner that people love understanding whatever they have, whatever you are going to tell. The more you are capable of teaching people, the more you're becoming a personal brand.
And that brings me to the next question: how to be a better storyteller, or how to be a good storyteller?
These are two habits that I used to follow when I wanted to become a better storyteller.
Okay.
I would not react to anything. I've stopped reacting to things. I want to respond, which logically means I would actually create a scenario in my mind on what I need to answer and how I need to answer before I actually answer it. People say that, taking pauses in the interview or using terms like, in the interview might not work good, but they do.
Yeah.
Let me assure you, they do.
Okay.
I had actually memorized my life story when I went for the Mica interview, but I was sure that I never made them feel that it was a memorized story, because I would actually take a pause in between.
Right.
I would make them feel as if I am actually thinking while all I'm doing is I'm recalling the next sentence of the story. Second, a story has a structure. So always think of that structure. How will you start it? What will you say in the middle? And what is the ending of this? If any of these three stages are missing, your story is not going to be accepted. Hence, first, if you have to, whenever you're becoming a storyteller, try iterating your stories. Start by starting, open it up, go to a middle game. It's like playing chess. You start a game, you go to the middle game, you go to the end game. When you go to the end game, there has to be certain amount of, conclusion or result coming out of it. And whenever you are telling this story, personally telling this story, you need to take your pauses. You need to use these filler words such as or it's all right or it's okay or stuff like that. Use these filler words, but talk as if you're telling a story of, talk as if that person who is listening to you should be able to imagine the entire thing in their mind. Even when you're writing content, so in writing content, this is what I do. I go into the details of it. Good storytellers actually go into the details of it. If you read Sydney Sheldon, she'll tell you that the person was wearing a yellow colored shirt and a red colored tie and had a knife at the back. The blood stains were dripping and stuff like that. So all of this can happen if you start imagining all of this in your mind first and then penning it down or then talking to people.
Can you recommend a couple of websites from where I can learn SEO?
There's this website, there's this influencer called Neil Patel. I want you to follow him first. Neil Patel and Moz, M-O-Z. These are the two websites which teach SEO very well.
Yes. Yeah.
Then there is a Google course, but you should first study Neil Patel and Moz before you actually go to Google.
Any recommendation of books in the field of storytelling and marketing?
Novels, nothing else. Good novels, really good novels. There is a book called Art of Storytelling. I don't remember who the author is, but there is a book called Art of Storytelling. But this is the thing. So, at Mica, this is the first thing that is taught to you. Okay, the day you go, day one, they actually make you a storyteller. They actually want you to become a storyteller since day one. So this is why I used to love Mica, or the experience of Mica, because the day I went there, they divided us into groups and told us to prepare a photo novel. In fact, if you see the GPI activities of Mica, they are also around this same thing. I remember that when I was the year that I was that I got selected, they had actually asked one of the G groups to de-itemize Munni Badnaam Hui. Now, which logically means you need to be creative and you need to tell the same story that Munni was telling. You cannot change the story, but you need to tell it differently. So if you're not a storyteller, you might not be able to do justice to the GE task that has been given to you. One of the tasks, I'm not telling that it is still being used or anything, but when I was just before I was going for the GE that I had, they had given this task of de-itemizing Munni Badnaam Hui.
So before we wrap up, can you tell us maybe one or two, or maybe I mean as many points as you can give us, as in how to stand out to potential employers as a digital marketer, as in among all the people?
To stand out, I would say, learn these skills. Okay, first of all, uh, learn how to bring traffic from Google as a digital marketer. Okay, I'm just talking as a digital.
Correct. Yeah.
Learn how to bring traffic from Google. Learn how to bring traffic from social media. Learn how to bring traffic from other referral sites.
Okay.
Now, when the traffic is on your website, learn how can you translate this traffic into purchasing something on your website. May it be a product, may it be a service, may it be anything. But how can you translate this traffic into your potential customer? So at least develop this understanding whenever you go and talk to any potential employer. Always think of his or her business model, that how are they bringing traffic to the website or to their app or to their any digital presence,
Right.
and from there how are they converting it into a potential customer.
Right.
The moment you can see this scenario clearly, you will be able to tell what are the missing points and how you can be a resource to fill these missing points for this employer.
Right.
And when you do that, you become a good choice for all of that.
Right. Okay. Thank you very much. So before we wrap up, I would like to thank all of you attendees and our speaker, Bhumish. Thank you so much for all that information that you could give us. Very insightful indeed. And this is Kalyani Majumdar from IMS Future You, wishing you a great weekend. Stay home and stay safe.